Hello and welcome to GABOOGAH Outdoors. We're going to be preparing a Thanksgiving meal for everybody, and the kicker about this Thanksgiving meal is it's going to be all vegetarian.
Vegetarian.
That's right, you heard it right. Now, we haven't been vegetarians very long, about 6 weeks now, and we're both noticing some weight loss, which is really awesome. We're not doing this vegetarian thing to like save animals or anything. Really happy that a lot of people do that, but for us, we're more than happy to see other people eating animals. That's fine. It doesn't really bother us. Again, this is just for weight loss and just a healthier lifestyle. However, we're gonna go to the grocery store, get some groceries, get ready for that meal. Let's head to the grocery store.
All right, let's go.
Let's do it. So hey guys, we are in the grocery store and we're picking up all the groceries that we need for our Thanksgiving meal. We have some of the ingredients at home, such as green beans and things like that, but let's show you what we got today. Okay, so here we have our ingredients, or at least some of our ingredients for tomorrow's festive meal, Thanksgiving meal. We are getting some stuffing. I usually make stuffing from scratch, but this year we're deciding to kind of opt into these kind of already made stuffing packages here. And instead of using chicken broth, we're going to use vegetable stock. And we're going to add onions to that, and we're also going to add some celery. By the way, this field roast stuff that we showed you before with the sausage we got, we're going to give this a shot. So instead of doing like a turkey, I was going to make a Tofurkey, but I decided not to. And this is what we're going with instead. We roast this in the oven, and we're going to drizzle it with some turkey flavored gravy mix. And then for dessert, we'll be doing some peach cobbler. So, you have anything to say? She's in her happy space. It's yeah, and that's pretty much all of our groceries. We're gonna go to the register and check out now and get our Thanksgiving meal started.
You didn't show them everything.
Yes, I did. What are you talking about?
You didn't show them everything.
You really want to like call me out on this stuff, don't you?
Listen, I showed my Starbucks. You show your guilty pleasure.
Frosted shredded mini wheat. This is not for Thanksgiving, okay? But this is awesome. If you've never had frosted shredded wheat, amazing stuff.
Okay, that's enough.
Leave me alone
now.
now.
Not a spokesperson anymore.
All right, guys. Welcome to day 2. Today is officially Thanksgiving. Last night, Emily and I went out and got some groceries to make a vegetarian Thanksgiving meal for ourselves. We want to do this video for our family back home. For those of you who are just tuning in, we moved all the way from Rhode Island all the way to Georgia. From Rhode Island to Georgia, that's right, 1,060 miles. So we're alone this Thanksgiving. This is kind of a cool way for us to kind of show our family and friends back home what we're up to. And again, once again, you heard it right, vegetarian meal. Why don't we show them what we got for ingredients today? All right, so we got some green beans we still got to cook up. We got some onions, and we got some celery. A lot of this stuff is here that you're seeing is going to be for our stuffing that we're making. I usually make a homemade stuffing all from scratch. This year we're keeping it simple. This recipe for this stuffing calls for a chicken broth or a chicken stock. However, because we're vegetarian now, we're going to be using a vegetable stock. Also on the menu for today, we're going to be using some sweet potatoes to make a savory garlic sweet potato mash. And, a lot of people like to add brown sugar, and maple and things like that into their sweet potatoes. However, we're going to be making a savory garlic sweet potato mash. We've had it already. We really enjoyed it, and that's why we're making it again today. And all of our cooking we're cooking today is going to be with unsalted butter. And yesterday we used clarified butter, and today we're just using regular butter because we're at home, so we don't need to worry about it spoiling or anything like that. And instead of turkey today, we're having field roast. Now, for those of you who've seen previous videos of ours, we've used this brand sausage. The reason we really like field roast is because they don't use soy. And for those of you who are informed, you know that soy is bad for both men and women. It can cause cancer. It can cause hormonal issues. So this stuff here, it says stuffed with butternut squash, apples, and mushrooms. And actually, I did read earlier that you could actually eat this stuff cold, but we're going to toss it in the oven, roast it up. My next step here now is to go ahead and peel up some sweet potatoes and start getting going on the sweet potato mash. So we'll see you here in a second. All right, let's throw all of our beautiful sweet potatoes into a salted pot of boiling water. Always be careful. I'm doing this very gently. I don't want any of that water to splash up and hit me. So always be careful with this stuff. Definitely. If you've been doing this long enough, you're kind of used to the touch. Some people would choose to use the back of a knife. That's fine too. Maybe a little bit safer, but that's going to cook in that boiling water for about 20 minutes. Alright guys, we just tossed our sweet potatoes into the pot of salted boiling water. This is going to take about 40 minutes in the oven at 325. Now, very important, let me grab the directions and read that to you. It says here, in the oven, preheat oven to 325. Place roast in pan, baste with broth or oils and herbs, and reheat until warmed through. So that's going to take about 30 to 40 minutes, it says. For today, I'm going to add some olive oil to that. I'm going to line this pan with some vegetable broth, and we're just going to top it off with a little bit of Italian seasoning. So why don't we go ahead and drizzle this here with a little bit of olive oil. Very, very little bit. Goes a long way. I don't want to over douse this with olive oil. Just a little bit on the top. I am also going to pour some of this beef broth over the top of this roast. Let it sit a little bit at the bottom so some of that flavor kind of comes up as it's baking. Okay?
Vegetable broth.
Vegetable broth. Yeah, I said beef broth, didn't I? That's okay.
We're vegetarian, John, remember?
I wouldn't dare be beef broth. Alright, and now let's just top it off with a little bit of Italian seasoning. Our oven's already preheated at 325. That'll stay cooking while we're prepping the rest of our food. Let's toss these guys in there, and as you can see, we're making quite a bit. We bought 2 portions. That's okay. We love leftovers in this household. Close her up, and we're done. Alright, cutting the ends off of these fresh green beans. They've been cleaned and rinsed so that we can prep our side. Sweet potato. Drain those sweet potatoes. Let's get in there.
So what's next, John?
What's next? What's next? We're gonna start prepping our sides here, getting the sweet potatoes going, and yeah, that's what's next. Alright guys, what we're attempting to do right now is brown over some garlic in some butter. There's about 3 cloves worth of garlic inside that pan. We're going to then add our sweet potatoes once that garlic is browned over. This recipe also calls for 2 tablespoons of sour cream and about a half a cup of 1% milk. We'll toss that all in together, whip it up really nice, mash up those mashed potatoes. That's going to be a really sweet recipe. In this pan, we got some olive oil going. We're going to cook up some green beans in this pan, and we're just going to lightly season those green beans with some salt and pepper just to keep it somewhat healthier than what we have going here with the butter and sweet mashed potatoes. We're also going to get started on the stuffing here in a second, and things are starting to come together really nicely, so stick around.
I swear she knows she's on camera. Alright guys, we've mashed up those sweet potatoes really well.
We're now going to add this half cup of 1% milk in there. Maybe that's not totally vegetarian, but that's okay. We're not full vegetarians anyway. Who's checking, right? And also,
don't worry, that's vegan.
Exactly. So, and we also have our 2 tablespoons of sour cream. It's going right in the pan, and we're going to continue to mix this up. Maybe raise the heat slightly, and start giving this a good mix around. We'll see you guys in a second. Alright guys, so our sweet potato mash is pretty much done. We're going to add a little bit of salt and pepper to that. Very, very lightly. And we're just going to keep it on low heat, extremely low heat. Cover that up. It'll stay warm for us. The next thing we're going to do is add our green beans to the hot, to that hot olive oil. Okay? And just for now, we're going to lightly salt that. And a little bit of pepper. Very, very tiny bit because we want to be able to flavor that taste later. Just basically keep mixing this around. You want to constantly keep an eye on your green beans. And next thing we'll be doing is working on the stuffing. So we'll see you at the stuffing. See you there. Alright guys, we've just melted about 5 tablespoons of butter into the pan here, as you can see. This is nice and hot. Alright. We're going to add our celery. About 2 full stalks of celery there. And 1 large onion. Put that right in that pan. Alright. And now we're going to start mixing this up at about a medium heat. Okay? At medium heat, we'll ensure we don't burn it. It's also going to make sure it stays nice and cooked. We're going to cook this up till these vegetables are nice and tender, and maybe even have a little bit of crisp remaining on the vegetable. So I like a little bit of crunchiness on the vegetable. So we'll keep cooking this up, and once it's nice and tender, we'll then add our vegetable broth. Okay? See you in a second. All right, guys, we've pretty much cooked these vegetables tender. There's a very slight crisp still on that celery, but that's okay. That's what we're kind of looking for. I know like a lot of people like it soft, but that's true from when I was a kid. But as I'm getting older and I'm enjoying the vegetables a lot more, I'm kind of enjoying that natural bite, that crisp. We're ready to add this vegetable broth to our vegetables. Let's go ahead and add that in. These 2 cups of vegetable broth. Right there, our vegetable stock. I'm going to mix it up slightly. Okay. We're going to ramp up this heat up to high. And once that's boiling for about 5 minutes, we can then add our stuffing. And basically, when that's done and it's ready to serve, you just fork it up. Once it's forked up, you can just send it over to the table and it's ready to be served. So we're going to get started on some gravy as well, and we're pretty much ready to go. Okay guys, we've brought that vegetable stock up to a boil. We're now ready to add our stuffing, prepackaged Pepperidge Farm stuffing. We're not sponsored, by the way.
We don't have any sponsors.
Not yet. We're hoping to get some sponsors. Anybody want to sponsor us? That'd be awesome. Please sponsor us. But yeah, we're going to add this, mix it around a little bit. Once we've kind of spun things around, make sure these bread pieces have gotten nice and moistened. We're going to let that sit covered for about 5 minutes, and then we're going to fork it lightly to serve. So, see you soon.
Moist and fork, huh?
Moist and fork. You like that? Alright guys, our food has been plated. We have our stuffing, we have our roast, we have our sweet potatoes, and our green beans. We've gone ahead and mixed up a little bit of this turkey gravy. We're just going to pour some of that over our stuffing. Okay, and a little bit over our roast, just to moisten it up a little bit. Should be ready to go. Wow, that's beautiful. That's gorgeous. Look at that. Beautiful. Love it. Anyway, so this is ready to go. We're gonna head to the table and see how everything tastes. See you in a second. And Zoe gets her Thanksgiving meal too. We don't feed her wet food often, but on special occasions when she's good and holidays and things like that, she gets wet food. She is loving it. All right, GABOOGAH Outdoor subscribers, we are officially done with our Thanksgiving meal. We want to thank you for sticking around this long in the video. We realize it's kind of a long video, but we really wanted to provide just kind of new vegetarians a way of cooking a meal. We're not really too sure just yet what this channel is going to be completely about. We're kind of like just kind of going as we go. You know what I mean? Kind of calling things as we go.
Go with the flow.
Go with the flow. But it's probably going to be mostly outdoor stuff. And, you know, again, we can't promise how long we'll be vegetarian. We probably definitely will never be vegan because that's like wicked hardcore.
No, I couldn't give up butter. I mean, we already use dairy-free butter.
Yeah, exactly.
Never mind, I could give up butter. But I'm not going vegan.
Yeah, no vegan, please no.
No.
But here's a good vegetarian option for Thanksgiving. And, you know, this is looking really delicious. Again, thank you so much for, you know, all you guys that have been tuning in. Please feel free to subscribe, comment, and like. Let's give this a taste real quick, Emily.
Ooh, what should I try?
I'm going to go for that sweet potato mash really first.
Same.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, well that we've had before. That's delicious.
Yeah, I think it came out better this time though. Right?
Yeah.
Good consistency.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's so good.
And then nothing really too special about this stuffing.
I was gonna try the green beans. You do the stuffing.
Pretty much made that stuffing to recipe. Green beans are good. The only thing different about the stuffing that we did than the package calls for is we used vegetable stock instead of chicken stock.
Oh, that tastes good. With the gravy over it too, you know?
It's green beans. Just some olive oil, pepper and salt.
Okay. Who wants to try the roast first?
The moment of truth. The moment you've all been waiting for.
Because we never actually tried this yet.
Nope.
Okay, who's trying it first? You?
We'll try it.
Okay, we'll both try it.
Let's do it.
Okay, but who's gonna? Are we gonna dink it then sink it?
We could do that.
Okay, all right. So get a nice bite.
Dink and sink.
Dink and sink. All right. So we got.
Ready? Dink and sink. Oh my god.
Holy shit. I mean crap. I don't know. Can we swear on this channel?
Wow. Really?
You can keep your turkeys and your hams. I'm gonna stick with this, okay?
Like, no joke, that is amazing flavor.
That is amazing. And I don't like mushrooms.
If you guys want a good option for vegetarian Thanksgiving, this is definitely the way to go.
And Walmart does carry it. I don't know if they carry the loaf.
Wow.
But we found the rest of their products at Walmart, so. Everyone has Walmart.
I gotta get this down. I don't want to talk anymore. I just want to eat.
Yeah, I'm gonna say quick. Finish up the video so I can keep eating.
Anyway, if anybody knows, if you're back home from Rhode Island where we're from, and you want to make a mention, probably can't see it on camera. That's okay though. But it says Layden Farms.
I'm stretching as far as I can.
That's Layden Farms. They do a bunch of different things back home in Rhode Island.
Oh, we're not gonna.
We can do the dink.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, absolutely. They're more commonly known for
Christmas trees.
Christmas trees, but
they have a really, really good selection of wine.
they definitely do. Really
So if anyone wants to
there.
send us wine from Layden Farms from all the way in Rhode Island,
Yeah.
I'm just joking. Don't do that. We can buy it ourselves.
Well, we don't want to keep you guys too longer. This video is getting really long, but again, thank you so much for you know, tuning in and subscribing and liking and commenting and everything. We really do appreciate it. We want to grow this channel and make it all that it can be. So we appreciate you guys. Happy Thanksgiving from ours to yours. God bless you. We love you. Until next time. Bye.
See you guys.